Hey ladies, how are you? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. So, you may or may not know, but for Mother's Day, I got an easel. And it has been the best thing, I think. I think everyone should own an easel if you love drawing things out, because I am one who sometimes struggles with my verbal expressions, but if I can like draw it out in a terrible drawing for you and have it make sense, I win. You win. Everyone wins. So as you're jumping on, say hello to me. If you're catching the replay, comment #pineapple. I'm gonna scoot this back a little bit because this is like really up close and personal up in here. So let's scoot this back. Hopefully you can still see it. I don't know why. Okay, so here's our paper. Everything's backwards. We're good. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how things from the outside and people's, hi Amy, and how people's opinions, their judgment, their feelings about whatever it is you're doing impact your reality and in turn keep you silent. And I was having a conversation with a beautiful soul this morning who was in a business and she was doing the best she could and she was showing up as herself and she was forcing herself to do things, yet she was getting a lot of criticism from the outside, whether it was from her team, it was from friends and family, it was from everyone else who isn't doing what she's doing. And this stops so many entrepreneurs in their tracks. It makes me so freaking sad. And what's even worse about it is that a lot of these people who, hi Dana, who deter people from being an entrepreneur are considering themselves leaders, okay? If you are a leader, there is no one right way to do it. There's no one right way to do it. And it's not your place as a leader to say that someone's way of doing it is wrong, because there's so many different ways to run a business online and show up as yourself. And when you try to put people in a box, you're only going to scare them and make them not believe that they can ever do this. So I kind of want to paint a little picture for you of how this works. I've been through it. I've had to work through it. I mean, I had the whole mean girl syndrome thing from middle school that I've had to recover from, which then carried out into adulthood, which then carried out into my business, which then carried out so on and so forth. So this is you. This is you. You're right here. Oops. You're not disformed. Just mind that I'm not a artist by any means, but you get the gist, okay? This is you. You have a purpose, you have a passion, you love to, hi Nikki, you love to share the message that you have, okay? Maybe the message isn't even like directly towards your business, but you love talking about it, okay? So you get online and you're talking about it and you're scared shitless because you're live and you can't tell who's watching and you can't control what comments come through. And so you start stumbling, okay? But you make it through and you stop the live. And then the messages start coming in. The messages of, you look fake. I could tell you were nervous. That's not the right way to do it. I don't agree. Okay? These people are what I like to refer to as trolls. Okay, these trolls, they are just over here. They're over here bashing on you, doing something for the most part that they've probably never even done in their life, okay? Because a lot of times insecurity, scarcity, sometimes people will look at someone who's growing and be like, ooh, she's gonna surpass me and there's no way that I can do that. So I'm going to bash her instead and make her feel like she's doing something wrong. Okay? So then these things here turn into I'm wrong. And these all come from your beautiful, beautiful mind. I'm wrong. No one cares. I'm fake. My message doesn't matter. So on and so on and blah, 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 blah. Your mind fills up with these terrible thoughts, and this is now you. This is now you and your ego, and you filled in all these stories, and you've created all of these stories from your past. Some of these may have even come from childhood. You know, mom saying, you're being kind of loud. You're being kind of loud. Just take it down a notch, okay? Just bring it down. Bring it back down here where we can handle you, okay? Or maybe you have to work really, really hard in order to be successful. Or maybe you don't want to say anything if people aren't going to agree with you. Or maybe it's so enormous and widespread that I can't even pick it all into one little live video here. But the point of the fact is that we allow these trolls, these negative Nancys, these poopy heads over here to completely create our reality. They get in our head. It's all we can hear. But where you take back your power is when you decide all of this is BS. It's bullshit. It's not true. It's a lie. It's a fear that you're creating in your mind and a story that you're telling yourself that isn't even true. You're basing your actions and your reality and your beliefs off of someone else who is focused on negativity. Focused on negativity. I guarantee if some person has the audacity to come onto your platform and say, you suck, they need to take a look in the mirror because they suck. And no one gets to tell you that your story doesn't matter. No one gets to tell you that a goal is out of reach. No one gets to tell you that you can't achieve that doing that. No one. Because at the end of the day, no one determines your failure except for you. No one can not your spouse, not your parents, not your kids. It's 100% you. And a lot of times when I know when I stepped into the online space, my husband didn't have a clue what I was doing. He didn't understand. He didn't understand why I was pouring so much time and love into growing this business. He didn't understand. So then I projected his misunderstanding as him thinking that I have a stupid idea, that it's never going to work, that he doesn't believe in me. But do you think he ever once said, you're wasting your time? He never said that. I know some people have unsupportive spouses who voice their opinion, but even in that case, honey, they don't get to tell you that. They don't get to tell you that because they don't understand and haven't walked in your footsteps. Because if your spouse was an online entrepreneur, I guarantee you they would not be telling you that it's not going to work. Because it's up to you to determine whether or not it works. It's not up to them. Let's see here. I hate people volume control me. Oh, I know. How about take it down, it embarrassed me? Exactly. I tell you're in pain today. Yes. All right. So yeah, you guys get it. You get it. Hi, Amber. Hello, Jennifer. And yeah, if you don't like my story, move on. That has been the biggest turning point in my business, is not wanting to please everyone and being okay with the fact that when someone leaves the group, they're making room for someone who really wants to be here. Not everyone's going to resonate with my message, and not everyone's going to think I can help them take them to the next goal, and that's okay. Hi, Jackie. Because I don't want to work with everyone anyways. I want to work with my people. And I'm so sick and tired of leaders, and this is most common in the MLM industry, leaders claiming that they have all the answers. I was told all the time, do not hire a coach. Do not purchase any type of personal development. You have YouTube and you have your upline, and that is free. But do you know where that got me? It got me burnt out. It got me being unauthentic, not authentic. I swear to God. It led me to show up as someone who put the mask right back on even after she worked through so many personal development issues. I put on that mask and I hid behind the product. I hid behind the company. I was focused on the bonus. I was focused on the rank. My why completely shifted to a financial gain. And it completely took away from why I love doing what I do. It completely shifted everything. But when you're able to look inward and share that and teach your teams and your clients and everyone around you that they get to make the decision themselves and all of this noise doesn't matter, that's when you become a leader, and you can lead in anything. Whether you're a coach, whether you're an MLM, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, whatever it may be, if you speak on mental health awareness, if you own a boutique, whatever it may be, if you can help people shift their perspective and step into that courage and lead by example, by showing up and saying, well, that also happened to me, but I've stepped out of it. I've overcome that. And you can too. Anyone can do it. I don't care what your past is. I don't care what challenges you've faced. And it matters. That's not what I'm saying. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't control who you are today. It only builds you into the person that you are today. I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't come from a broken family. I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't watch my dad completely destroy my life by sleeping with my best friend. I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't have a child young and have to figure all of that out and hear that you're too young for that, or you had a baby before you were married, or you didn't finish college right out of high school. No, bitch, but I did afterwards. I went and I achieved my goals on my terms. There's no blueprint to life, you guys. There's no blueprint to it all. And everyone's life is going to unfold in a different way based on your circumstances. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So don't sit here and compare yourself to frickin' Nancy out there who's cold messaging people like crazy and bringing in teammates. Because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And her people aren't going to stick with her because they're probably not her people and they're probably not going to like her anyways. Sorry, but it's true. You don't want to work with everyone. When you're able to stand up and share your message and share your struggles and share the things you've overcome in your life and share who you are, you're going to attract the people who want to be in your energy. And when you do that, you're able to create the ultimate experience for them. Whether you're a coach, whether you're an MLM, whether you run whatever type of business you have, whether you're a mom. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't have that identity of who you are, that's what kind of breaks my heart, because for the first 3 years of Georgia's life, I was a freaking train wreck. I was such a train wreck. I was in such a dark place. But I'm glad I was able to shift that, because that little lady has the biggest soul and heart and like just loves the shit out of herself. She does. Because I am showing her that anything is possible. And she doesn't have to be the cookie cutter. She doesn't have to be, if like with outfits and stuff. Like, yeah, sometimes her outfits are a little wild. Let's be real. They're really wild. But if that's how she wants to express herself, who am I to say, no, that's not right. Don't do that. Oh, that looks bad. And you know what? Every single person that looks at her funny or kind of gives a second look, even my husband does this. Like he has a hard time with me letting Georgia express herself through her wardrobe, and that's okay. But I know for too long I focused on myself as not being good enough, or my ideas weren't good, or it was stupid, or I was judged. This takes me back to 3rd grade. I'll share this real quick with you guys. When I was in 3rd grade, was it 3rd grade? No, it was 4th grade. It was 4th grade. I wore a Packer jersey to school. I got a Packer jersey for Christmas, and I wore it to school after a Christmas break, and I loved my jersey. I loved my Brett Favre jersey so much, and I was so proud of it because that was like a big gift. That was a big gift. And then my friends, who I thought were my friends, started calling me Justine because I'm a boy. I was wearing a boy's shirt because they played on this for months and weeks, and it tore me apart, even though I never wore it again. I never wore it again. And just because they didn't wear football jerseys and they were all like in 4th grade. I don't wear green and gold anymore though, Jackie. I don't wear green and gold anymore, but I did then and I loved it. But these little bitches, they made me feel awful. They made me feel embarrassed. And then let's fast forward to right now. One's in prison, and the other one is a drug addict and had her kids taken away from her. So I let the opinion of 2 people who were completely not on the same moral path as myself, not judging anyone for their past. That's not what I'm getting at here. What I'm getting at is that I allowed their opinions to carry with me for years off something that is viewed kind of petty, but it wounded me. It hurt me. It made me question, is my taste good? Am I do only boys wear this? Because I was freaking pumped. I was pumped. So the trolls were saying, you can't do that. You're a boy now. We're not going to sit with you. I was sitting alone at lunch. I didn't want to go to school. I was crying it was awful. It was awful. But what I should have done is I should have shown up the next week with that damn jersey on and wearing it proud. How do I unfriend you? You little stinker. Don't judge me. I'm just kidding. So don't let the trolls create your reality, because it's all crap. You need to focus on what's coming from here, and you speak it, and you don't care who has anything bad to say about it. Because when you do that, your message is clear, and if everyone agreed with you, wouldn't that be boring? Not to mention the energy suck of having people who in your life. That's how you weed out your people, my friends. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying you need to work with the people who you align with, because that's when you can have fun in your business. And that's when you can show up. And that's when you can just shine your brightest, because your people are going to bring that. They're going to take their fans and they're going to fuel your fire with it. That's what your soul people do. And you can be the leader that does it for your people in whatever industry you're in. But you can't do it if you're letting this stuff keep you from showing up. Okay? Follow your heart, follow your message, know that you're good enough, and get ready to fall on your face, ladies. We want to be masters at rising. We have to be ready to fail. You have to be ready to fail and be ready to get up. Hi, Danielle. Patriots fan. I do love me some Tom Brady, even though he's not a Patriot anymore. But anyways, that's my message for the day. Go do you, and do it proudly, and do it with a smile on your face. And if anyone comes on to your platform and says that you're not doing it right, hi Danielle, hi Alistair, then wish them well, and don't let them dampen any bit of sparkle that you have, because they're trolls. I'm pretty proud of myself because this is completely backwards. All right, so that's my message for the day. I hope it helps. If you have these stories that you're telling yourself, message me so I can help you work through them. Because that's why I'm here. That's what I do. Because you're better than that. You're better than these lies that you're telling yourself over and over and over again. So I love you all so, so much. Mwah. Have an amazing day. It's raining here. It's very cold, but I have a quiet house, so I'm gonna go watch The Office and snuggle up in my blanket and relax and just allow myself to be, because I don't ever get to do that. So I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.